So this is what a lockdown looks here in Greece. Plenty of cars, plenty of movement. You can go out only if you text and you say where you're gonna go. What are you gonna do? If you're gonna go and pick up the kids or you're gonna go shopping. But there's still a lot of people out there. And it's just a little bit crazy. Everybody with a mask, obviously. And we live in a crazy world, man, I gotta tell you. But anyways, I wanna just talk to you very quickly on this beautiful sunny day here in Greece about how I ended up doing stock music as a full-time job, and why I treated it as a 9 to 5. And I was just recording a new episode on the podcast. Let's go inside. It's a little bit noisy here. I was just recording a new episode from my podcast, which will be live this Friday. Go and check it out. Link in the description. Let me close here as well. Got my youngest daughter here today. She had a little bit of fever yesterday, and that's how this whole episode came about. And we have Peppa Pig in the background. So the episode, and I still have everything set up here, like I mentioned. This is how I do my podcast. And I was talking about, I wanted to call it a day in the life, but then I started talking about something a little bit deeper, and I was talking about how I ended up having stock music or music licensing in general as my day job or as a full-time composer, and how I treat this as a 9 to 5 job because this is what I do, and how I ended up doing it, and what has brought me to today, meaning that I get by my studio here by 9 o'clock in the morning every morning, and I finish around 4, 5. It really depends on what the task is, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Really, I wanted to really share a little bit more about my story, about what happened before I did this full time, because my story is not a transition of I had a day job and I was doing this on the side, and then eventually I quit my job. I was a stay-at-home dad and flat broke, and I was looking for ways to earn money online, and that's how I got involved into music licensing. But there's more to the story than just that, and I really invite you to listen to the podcast, because I go really personal and deeper into all the details of how I came about doing stock music full time. So it's just a quick entry vlog today, and to cut the story short, really, it's just not about the 9 to 5 schedule of being here these hours. It's about the results, and I've spoken about this before as well. And today's a perfect example. My youngest daughter is here. She had a little bit of fever last night. She's perfectly fine now. She's just been screaming all over the place. So we should send her to school, really. But obviously it puts a little bit of strain. My wife is here, trying to take care of her, and I'm doing my podcast, I'm doing some music, I need some time to make things happen. And it's not about being here until 5 o'clock tonight, but it's about, or in the evening, it's about me creating the results, like finishing that music track, finishing the podcast, finish whatever I need to do. Right now, at this very moment, is 20 to 1. So I have accomplished quite a lot this morning, even though I started late. I started like around 9:30. And we had to go out as well to the post office. We had a terrible night with my daughter being a little bit ill with a little bit of fever. And, day-to-day changes. So it's not so much about what do I do every day and how many hours I'm here. It's more about like, okay, I need to finish this. I need to come up with some results. I need to move the needle in the right direction, regardless of what's happening. And if I can finish it by lunch hour, even better. And then from that point on, it's like, okay, what else can I do? But I try not to do everything in one day, obviously. but it is a full-time job. And the difference, I guess, is that when you do when you have a day job, is that you just are there the hours that you need to be, regardless of what you're doing. And when you work for yourself, like in my case with music licensing and everything else that I have going around my stock music licensing brand, is that it's about the results. And and it's not just about being here until 5, because if I work for myself, it could be, where does the work stop? Why should I stop at 5 when I can carry on until 12 at midnight and accomplish whatever I need to accomplish tomorrow? And it's not about that. It's about doing everything that you do as best as you can. And I usually try to focus only on 2 or 3 targets or goals or tasks that I need to accomplish that day. And today for me is the podcast, is finishing that track that I started earlier on as well, and some emails that I need to go through with some students, and listening to some music tracks as well, some track reviews from some of my students. And next door is my wife and my daughter are cooking, and we're gonna have lunch in an hour or so. So it's like every day is different, but the most important thing is to always focus on those critical things that are gonna move the needle in the right direction to your success, really. So anyways, it's a really quick entry vlog here. I hope wherever you are in the world, you're doing fine. Thanks a lot for all the love and support. If you're somebody that is new to music licensing, to royalty-free libraries, you can download my guide, link in the description. Again, thanks a lot for all the love and support. Rock and roll, and here's to your success.